Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to, I want to say, match day 10 of the Fantasy of Football Index, Fantasy Football Agency, or Agents, however you want to call it. Wow, somebody's buying a lot of Bass Dost. Let's have a look since we're on. How's Bass Dost doing? So, guys, with this video, this is officially now the last match day we had of the season. Oh, well, he's starting to pop. Keep an eye on him. Maybe linked with somebody. If you think Seferovic's record was good in Portugal, Bas Dost is definitely puts that guy to shame. I did a video called the Seferovic Principle. Go check that out to know what I'm talking about. But sorry guys, let's get on track. Okay, so we had the final match day. We had the Europa Nations League with IPDs and whatever. We bagged one assist for Depay. We had Depay, Dumfries and Guerrero take part. Guerrero obviously ended up in the victorious team at the end, played left back both games, I want to say, for Portugal. Yeah, he did, and did pretty well. But otherwise, no dividends or anything like that to report. Okay, so now we're now on the channel when we're doing these videos, we're going to be discussing the transfer targets we're looking at to bring into the agency, who we're looking to release, and just move on, who's doing well for us, whatever. Okay, and we've already started with selling off our Memphis Depay, and we've went and bought in some Rafael Leao, and then we topped up a wee bit more on Nicholas Stark. We bought some Stark and some Kramaric midweek as well when we did the buying back in a team, when we went and bought some Leipzig players. Okay, so this is the portfolio as it sits now. You can pause this and check out the numbers if you want, it's up to you. I'll just scroll through it for you now just so you can see where we're at. Okay, now with Leao, we've been tracking him for the best part of the last month, certainly since all these youth competitions kicked off. He kind of really hopped up in price. He was at a really nice price, really cheap. I was really excited to buy him. I was hoping to get him somewhere close to £1 or whatever, but the attention that all these youth tournaments has brought on the index, I didn't expect it to be as big. And the boy Haaland is a good example of that. But a lot of attention and a lot of money's moved towards these youth championships. So we've been tracking them, and 144 has been the target we've set once Depay was sold after the Nations League, and we managed to get him at the target 144. It might go backwards. If he went down to 141, I won't be too annoyed. If he does go below 140, then I'll need to top up and bring that cost down. But 144 I think is a really good price to be catching him at, especially in the short term, considering he's got already little ceilings of 150 within the last month. Beyond that, his actual ceiling's closer to 174, so he's got a lot of potential for growth with Pepe leaving the squad, it looks like, and potentially Jonathan Bamba or Jonathan Ikone, probably Bamba. The guy's going to get much more game time and do really well. So from an in-play dividend and a PB perspective, this is somebody who could be going on to do something really good for us. Okay, we'll have a look at the team as an overall. Okay, so this is how we're sitting now. We've still got some adjustments to make with a few different players, mainly Guerrero and Brandt. I don't know what we're going to be doing with them yet. Now, I'll show you the little sheet I've made up. Okay, so this is the transfers, and as you can see, I've not modified this, if you look at the bottom right, since the 9th of June. Okay, and on the 9th of June, all I did was add in Goretzka. Okay, and I removed, I think, Pulisic. I had earmarked to replace Brandt, but again, his price is not really going to a place where I need it to go to swap him for Brandt, in terms of how I'm tracking and how I'm distributing funds. But we might come back to Pulisic, we might go and look at him. Okay, but now that you've seen this and you've got my evidence there of the 9th of June, we're going to go ahead and click off Depay and Leao. We've done that. Okay, the reason the 9th of June is important, I put a tweet out yesterday and I'm just so gutted by some of the movement. You can see on the sheet there, the last 24 hours, Jan Oblak, he was hovering between 54 and 57 pence all month, and I was like, brilliant, I'll get De Gea back up to that 80 pence mark hopefully when a few more transfer links come in from him, and then I'll move my 80 pence De Gea and I'll go get some 57, 54 pence Oblak. And then in the last 24 hours he's just shot up by 16%, which is good for him, it's good for you if you're holding him as well, but it does give me a wee bit of a kick in the teeth. So I need to reevaluate the goalkeeping position. If De Gea does move to Paris Saint-Germain, do I think he's likely to get more or less clean sheets than what he did at Man United? And I think we all know the answer to that is definitely more, just with the French league, how it's structured and how strong PSG are in that division. So we're going to have to reevaluate the goalkeeping position. As for Keane, similar story. We've been tracking Keane now for the best part of a month, and again in the last couple of days we're looking to get him at 220. It was getting down towards 222, and then in the last 24 hours, as you can see, it was going between 220 and 225, as you can see in this graph. It wasn't really going past 225, and we're trying to get him right close to that 220 mark. And then in the last 24 hours, he's just went and popped up. It says there 2.7% over 7 days, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much. But when you're buying a player of £2 plus, you need every percentage you can to try and go over that initial 2% hurdle for your commission. So the last 24 hours, guys, has really kicked us in the teeth for some players we're tracking. Another one was Ronnie Lopez. I don't know if he's going to be in this little page that we're on the now. Yeah, he is still. But again, we're tracking him for the best part of a month. If we can get him below 75 pence, we might then move on Brandt or Singer. Thinking about a few possibilities, maybe even Guerrero, if I could get their prices to match up. And then 24 hours, boom, flies up again. So we're going to keep an eye on some of these people and try and catch those lows again, if they come back, when they come back, however you want to think of it as. But yeah, guys, so it's really important to be tracking players and understand this movement on an individual. So we're watching Goretzka now, and again he's moved up in the last 24 hours. We're watching him, we're looking to get him down to that 80 pence mark again, and then as you can see in the last 24 hours he shot up to 86, which is 5% in the last 7 days. It says 2.5% in the last 24 hours. But it is really important that when you see that, you don't have a knee-jerk reaction and think, oh crap, I better get on him right now, because there is a lot of up and down movement. And even if you think about Pulisic, who I told you a moment ago, who we've kind of wrote off as a potential target at this moment in time, I still do keep an eye on him. He's back down to 186. He got up to 190 or so, 191, yeah, and I was pretty disappointed. I didn't think he was going to come back down, and he has. You know, he's come back down to 186. So if we can get him back down to the 180 mark, we'll start to think about him again and see if we can get him. Yeah, you can see the graph here. We've got him down at 184, and that's, I think, right, has he got maybe a wee bit more of a slump if attention moves away? The closer to 180 we get him, the better. And I think I've got some tracking notes as well, and you'll see the last time, the 2nd of June is the last time I updated this, and you can see these people here from the last time I updated it on the 2nd of June, which was, sorry, it's my boss, which was 9 days ago, you know. So again, we've got some high data now for a different reason. Foden is popped up as well. I forgot what he's at now, but he's went up to like 330 or something. Ramsey's still about that level. We want to get him below 90p before we look at him again. And also we've got rid of Koulibaly, and we still have Brandt. So again, guys, it's important that you're keeping a track of these things and making little notes, so that when you see opportunities, and then it's like, okay, for him to be attractive at that price, who am I going to sell? You know, and then you're thinking, right, okay, well, I've got, and I'm just speaking out loud as what I'm doing with this strategy, and you can do this for your own portfolio. It doesn't need to be on the fantasy football side of things, but I'm looking at Sanger, for example, and he's had a lovely gradual incline over the last 6 months, 3 months, even 1 month, but he's not had a big pop where his prices really ran away. He's not really had any media, and I'm expecting that day to come, and when it does come, then we will look at targets and think, right, who's Sanger moving to? Oh, he's moving to Newcastle. Right, that's good, that's bad, whatever. Oh, he's moving to Barcelona. All right, okay, that's good, that's bad. And take whoever he's going to be linked to and whoever he actually moves to into consideration for how attractive that makes him next season. And then is there someone else who's been neglected by the market who I can make this profit on, and then cycle that into somebody who is a sleeping giant, somebody who's just chilling out, not really getting much attention. Okay, guys, so that's the sort of stuff we'll be chatting about on the fantasy football series going forward until the season kicks off again, as we just try to get our ducks in a row with who we want in the team for next season, and try and catch players like hopefully Leal and these types of guys, and just make sure that we get off to a flying start for next season. Okay, now a bit of a ramble, guys. I wanted to do another video last night about what I've kind of told you about already in terms of missing some of these little boats. We've touched on it again, okay, but what I'm really eager for is your interactions in the comment section. Okay, so anything you've noticed when tracking players, any advice you want to share with the community, myself, anything at all, guys, please get those comments down. I love interacting with you guys and hearing your thoughts, and and seeing where we're at with everything. Okay, sorry, my work's starting to get on me, so I better go do some work. If you're new around here, like, share, subscribe, retweet. It means so much to me, guys, when I see retweets and likes on Twitter, because it just means then I know more people are seeing the channel and more people are seeing the tweet that goes out. And equally, obviously, I want you to subscribe to the channel and give us all the support you can, so we can continue to do as many videos as we possibly can. Okay, stay out of trouble, guys. I hope the portfolio is rocking and rolling for you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.